Yay. Okay. Happy New Year's Eve, y'all. Thank you for coming at the last minute for us to hang out. Yes, and close this year out with magic, with all of your magic, your beauty, your brilliance, all of your wonder and splendor and gifts and beautiful things that we are taking into this next season, this next year of your life. So, first of all, as I let folks in, like, let's just take a moment just to give yourself a round of applause. Like, just give yourself some audio, unmute yourself, and let's just give ourselves a round of
Yeah. Woo!
applause. Chapter under our belts. Another year in the books.
Goddess Sade, I love you. I missed you.
Yay! Hello, goddess. Yes, give yourself a round of applause. A round of applause. Not only did you survive, but hopefully there was some thriving in there. Yes. And we're going to welcome in even more thriving, even more abundance, even more blessings, and all good things. So, yes, yes, yes. I say to that. I say to that. So, I'm going to begin by lighting a candle. If you have one, you may light one with me. I didn't ask you to bring one, so it's okay if you do not. But we definitely want to light a candle. It is the wolf full moon, super moon that is coming this weekend. We are bringing in 2026 with some wolf energy. So let us light our, if you don't have a candle, here's what I'm inviting you to do: to be a full giver and receiver in just sharing in the energy, just feeling the energy, just looping the energy. Okay. All right. So let us light our candles for the last of 2025. And we begin with Mother, Father, God. Thank you so much for blessing us with this opportunity to come together in sacred sisterhood. Thank you for blessing us with the opportunity to bear witness to all of the blessings that we have already experienced, but all of the blessings that are to come. Thank you for allowing us right now at this very moment to feel in our bones, to feel in our arteries and corpuscles, all of the great things that you have in store for us, all of the things that are in escrow for us at this very moment. And we open our hearts, we open our energy, we open our gratitude to the energy of receiving all of those blessings now. We give thanks to our ancestors. We give thanks to all of the ascended masters. We give thanks to each other, and we give thanks to our sacred selves for this blessing and all to come. And for this, we are so very grateful. And we say, Amen, Ashe, and so it is. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Yay! So beautiful to see all of you. So in Guyana, it's interesting. We don't say, in Guyana, they don't say New Year's Eve, they say Old Year's Night. And throughout a lot of the Caribbean, like I see my girl Valen here. Valen, let me know. Do y'all say Old Year's Night or New Year's Eve?
We do. Hi. We do. We do say all year's night.
Yeah, Old Year's Night. So it's a very interesting thing. So we are right now in Old Year's
I
Night.
like that.
Also celebrating the energy of New Year's Eve. And so here's what we are going to do today, goddesses. So I want to know, what was the biggest blessing for you in this year? And right, like people usually look at highs and lows, but we're going to do it a little bit different. We're going to look at what the biggest blessing is for you, and also what was the blessing, the gift wrapped in strange wrapping paper. the blessing that did not necessarily appear so brightly as a blessing. Okay, the gift that was wrapped in strange wrapping paper. Okay, we're going to begin with that energy. I see Goddess Leslie Caramel Diva is raising her hand like, sis, I got a story to tell. talk about, in going into this new year, for all of us as a circle, we are going to be tapped in more than ever into the energy of visibility. And I unknowingly did an experiment with visibility this year. It was very interesting because this year I pulled back on my visibility for a number of different reasons, motherhood, but also just, like just a few different things that I'll get into in the next circle. I want to save this time for you. And so it was very interesting to witness the things that for me like went up and went down because of visibility. So the first thing that was really good actually for me on a personal level was that I needed to pull back. I needed to go inward. Zora Neale Hurston said there are some years that ask questions and some years that answer questions. And there's some years where we have the energy, the outward energy, and some years where we have the inward energy. And so I want you to allow yourself to honor all of that, especially because as entrepreneurs, like there's very much still this lingering energy of girl boss culture and go, 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 hustle, hustle, hustle. And I want you to allow yourself the blessing of being where you are. Being where you are. Type into the comments, I am where I am. I am where I am. That there is power in the energy of presence, in honoring the energy of where you are at this very moment. I am where I am. And so it ended up for me being very healing in having a pull back energy because I wrote 3 books in 3 years and created, 3 decks in 3 years. And the place that I create from, like, that's not, for some people are like, I wrote 5 books in 5 years. And that's great if that's what you do. But I'm not built that way because I'm not doing it myself. Like I'm going to like the depths of and the heights of in order to create. So it comes from a very it's very energetically exhausting, frankly. It's birth over and over and over and over again. And so going inward was really powerful and healing for me. And it then left me now looking at the next year, like now I'm like ready to go. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can't wait. And I'm excited and I'm thrilled and, missing all of the connection and all of the things that I pulled back on. So that was really, really good for me. And the part of the experiment that I think the experiment that I accidentally did that I think is really helpful to know is that I did witness that my numbers of everything went down with less visibility. And so that doesn't mean that if you are going through a personal cycle in your life where you need to pull back, that you then are going to have, that you then necessarily need to have less presence on social media or less income or less collaborations or less whatever it is that are the ways that you monitor success or progress in your specific business. Because there are still ways to be visible. I want us to allow ourselves to know that there are ways still to be visible without you showing up physically, energetically every single moment or day. The beautiful thing is that we live in a world where there are systems and there are processes and there are things that we can put into play to still then be able to have visibility and be able to have that visibility in ways be more passive when we want it to be and more active when we want it to be. Okay, so I think that is a very important lesson that I want to guide us with in going forward. So I'm excited about all of that. I've been getting all of your messages about Manifest Your Magic. Yes, Manifest Your Magic Moon Circle is continuing, of course. So we're going to have a circle, just a general open circle next Wednesday. And then I'm going to wait for the following week. So next Wednesday, I'll share the information about Manifest Your Magic Moon Circle for 2026. And then it will officially begin the following week. So we'll be in alignment with the new moon, with beginning in the new moon. Okay. So until the year boots us off schedule and off course again. All right. So if you came in after I talked about what we're going to be doing today, again, we're sharing instead of highs and lows, we're sharing blessings. So raise your hand if you want to get into the queue. Blessings, biggest blessing, most bright, shiny thing that you are most excited about that was the biggest gift this year. And then your biggest gift wrapped in strange wrapping paper that it was like, oh, that was a great lesson. And if that could never happen again, that would be great too. All right. So, Goddess Leslie Caramel Diva, I saw you first. So, come on down, Goddess. Let's talk about it.
Goddesses,
Hello,
so lovely
Goddess.
to see you. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Happy Old Year's Night and New Year's Eve.
Yes. Well, I'm an island girl too, but we say Happy New Year's. I
Okay,
live in
nice.
Bermuda, so
Ah,
I don't live in the
okay.
Caribbean, but I'm still
Yeah,
West Indian. Both of my parents are West Indian, so um,
very cool.
I
Very
know
cool.
I
So
have sisters in the chat.
you do. And in fact, I did a lot of research into Bermuda because I was looking at, okay, if I wanted to live somewhere in the Caribbean that was not as far away, like Guyana is very, very far away. And so being there, I felt so separate and so removed. So I did a lot of research into Bermuda and I was like, oh, okay, I could still be on the East Coast. I could still be back and forth to New York within a couple of hours.
Two
And so
hours.
I did, yes, 2 hours. And I was like,
Uh-huh.
okay, this is really cool. Right off North Carolina, I did a lot of Bermuda research, so I'm your sister, and I may end up your neighbor at some point.
Okay. Well, come on down, host a retreat here.
Hmm. Let's talk about it. Let's
Okay,
talk
yeah.
about it. Okay, so
So
big
my
blessing.
big blessing has honestly been this community of
Oh,
women,
that's beautiful. Beautiful.
especially especially you, Goddess Abiola. I have learned so much from you about myself and about others and about what my purpose in life is. And I just soak up every little piece of your guidance, especially when we're online together. I'm writing furiously most of the time, and I'm so grateful for how much you give to not just your family, but to your online family, your sisters here. So I really appreciate you and this loving and non-judgmental community. I really appreciate it. So
Thank you.
that's my biggest blessing. Honestly, I'm getting choked up.
You got me choked up. Thank you, sis. Thank you. That's beautiful. Thank
Yeah.
you.
And then the wrapping paper, I on September 8th, which was the night before school went in here in Bermuda, I was preparing lunches for myself and my son, and I flopped out in my kitchen, and I ended up with a double fracture of my ankle. So one piece of bone popped off on the inside, and then another piece on the outside of my leg. And I'm
Mhm.
still wearing a boot. But that was the universe's sign that I need to slow down.
Yeah.
I need to rest. I need to recuperate. Um, I need to allow myself to do that.
Mhm.
And so it helped draw some lines in the sand and it makes some boundaries for me. And it's the silver lining on that is my kid has really stepped up and my husband, they've both stepped up. And, they've been willing to help me. They are caring. They are even more responsible now, especially my son. Um, so I'm blessed. I'm blessed that this happened because it helped them to help me,
Mm.
which is what I've been asking them to do all this
Yes.
time. But now it was kind of like, okay, we have to help mommy because she's injured.
Mm.
It's not over yet. I have to have an MRI because it's not healing properly, and I know why it's not healing properly. It's because I haven't taken off enough time.
Mm.
So again, the universe is
Are
saying
you
to
going to
me,
be able to do that? When are you going to be able to take off the time needed?
I would have to check with my doctor and see what she recommends, but she's actually off island right now. So
Okay.
she'd be the one who would give me a certificate to stay off work, right?
Okay.
So when she comes back, I think it's January 5th, I'll make an appointment and see if I can get some extended time off
Okay.
just to put it up, ice it,
Yeah.
and heal.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
good. So we're going to prioritize that, the healing, right? Because they say, we hear the divine, we hear God in the whispers. We've heard this whisper. We don't need another whisper, right?
No,
So
this
let's
is a yell.
prioritize.
This is
Yes.
screaming.
Yes, yes. So let's prioritize finding out, that information from your doctor. And then my next question would be, have you learned, do you feel like from this experience, how to ask for help in ways that it doesn't have to come to this? Because you mentioned your husband and your son and the support from them, that they've been able to step up. When you are healed and whole and healthy from this, and you do need their support in various ways, are you able to, you feel, ask for that?
Yeah, definitely. And I've also learned that, especially with my son, it has to come with a little bit of a reward. So that might be me getting him some gumballs on my way home,
Yeah.
um, or, a couple of iTunes dollars for him, little things like that. And just surprising him to say thank you.
Yeah.
He appreciates that, and I can respect that because I like to be rewarded for good behavior too.
Yes, of course, of
So
course.
yeah, and then with hubby is just a beautiful person inside and out,
Hmm.
and he is always thinking about us and
Hmm.
how we can improve our lives. So I find for me just being respectful of that and thankful and letting him know that he's seen
Hmm.
is his
Yeah.
reward. So
Beautiful.
yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, so before you go, I'm going to pull a card for you. I'm going to try this. I haven't done this before, but let's see. So I've put into a bag all three decks. Yay. Beautiful.
My
Okay,
go-tos.
let's
I even
see.
gave them as gifts because they're so
Oh,
good.
oh, beautiful. Okay, so let's see what comes forward for you, goddess. Okay, all right. So I pulled her upside down. So this is the creature of water, creative expression from the Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle. And this goddess energy is saying that right now there's blocked creativity for you, or there are, yes, that there's like blocked expression for you, expression of your gifts in a creative way. And so you may want to, in addition to the things that you said that you are focusing on, you may want to look into your creative expression for the coming year.
That makes total sense.
Okay. Okay,
Yes.
excellent, excellent. Okay, goddess, so deep bow to you.
Thank
Happy
you.
New Year.
Happy
Happy
New
Old
Year.
Year. Goddess Marnie.
Hi, goddess.
Hello, Goddess. Greetings, Goddess.
How are you? How's the
I am
Boston
great.
heat?
Say that again. Oh, the
How's
heat.
your-
We have heat. We
Yeah,
have heat.
thinking of you going, oh God, it's so cold.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy, crazy, crazy. And my parents were very upset with me for, it's a long story, but when it initially happened, because it didn't affect them, when it initially happened, I didn't bring the baby over to them because we were like with like just lots of blankets, and Ruby was like, "Mommy, it's so cozy." I was like, "Yeah, it's so cozy." And so then when I brought her and was like, "Okay, here's what's going on," and the gas and the whole thing, and they're like, and I'm like, "But she was saying it was cozy," and they're like, "No, she wasn't. You told her that." It's like a whole thing. So all is well, all is well, all is well. Thankfully, thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. Oh, you're in a different background.
Oh, I allowed my kids to have a sticker wall.
Oh, that's
So my kids
nice.
are home, so I got booted around.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, so what is your biggest blessing, and what is the blessing, the gift that was wrapped in strange wrapping paper?
Yeah, so I'm gonna start with the gift that was wrapped in strange. I kind of went back and forth, but The strangest wrapping paper one was actually the shedding and release that had to happen this year. So, um, like my dad, I've had a office in my parents' building for 20 years through three different businesses where I've stored things and all this stuff. I haven't used it in years, but had the storage from the spa and the cafe. And December like 5th, he was like, I'm renting it out. It all needs to be gone. And I had already been cleaning, like I'd done like 3 garage sales and selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace for like this whole year with everything that happened. But the amount of stuff I got rid of, and it gave us this financial boost for Christmas too. So it was like this funny, like abundance coming by release. It was that whole abundance coming by letting go. Uh,
Yes.
so that's the one I kind of landed on. That was in those strange wrapping paper because it was a lot of like, oh my God, this is 20 years and multiple businesses of stuff
Yes.
I have to get rid of. And
How much window of a time did he give you? Was it like right now, or he gave you some time to do it,
it's
or?
like 2 weeks, December 5th, and I had to have it done by December like 28th. But then
Okay.
Christmas
Okay.
in there, and the kids is
Yes.
like school
Yes. Of
plays
course. Everything. Yes.
and the new
Yes.
puppy. And
Yes. But
so
like, but it is that it ended up being a blessing, even though in strange wrapping paper, also just from not only the abundance boost, but just the release of just,
oh,
just it's gone. It's done. Those eras of your
yeah.
life are complete.
Yeah, it really ended the like the 9 year, the snake shedding year. I was like,
Yes.
wow, it's really just like gonna go out with a bang. And it really, um, I did it. I did a few, like I think I did 4 or 5 days of sales where people could just come and like dig through my stuff. And I was gonna put stuff in storage. He was gonna pay for a storage unit. And I was like, hey, quiet. And I was like, no, I was gonna hold on to stuff that I thought I wanted to do treatments and stuff again. And I was like, no, I'm gonna be in a place when I decide to do those things again of pure abundance and I'll buy all new. I don't need to hold on to
Exactly.
raw stuff and like all that, right? So it was
Yay.
beautiful and it feels so light. It feels so good. So
Yay.
I have a couple of rooms in my house to finish off, and then I'm like, and then it's
Okay.
all done. But I'm like, no rush.
Yay. Congratulations. And you seem like
Oh,
lighter with it too.
it's just like,
Yeah.
and there were tears. There was lots of like memories, and like I had to go through paperwork from 20 years from three different businesses, but it was so freeing, like so beautiful. So, anyone
Yay.
holding on to too much
Congratulations.
stuff, I tell you to let it go.
Yay. Congratulations. That is a big, big release and a freeing. There's that word freedom again, the liberty, freedom, release. Okay. So then what was the biggest just blessing, blessing, blessing?
Yeah, so the biggest blessing, this is where I was like, it wasn't in wrapping paper, but I kind of knew it'd be a blessing right when it happened. It was the separation from my partner and the
Yeah.
community, like this community and friends that stepped up that I didn't know would step up and friends I did lose, but I kind of knew that. So I was like, could be in the wrapping paper, but I kind of knew the moment it happened. And I had already been talking about it. So I knew. So it was the biggest blessing is just like how my nervous system could regulate, how my kids could regulate, how have become so much closer, me and the kids, and just so much calmer. And Christmas, although he did come out for 2 days at my parents' house at Christmas, it was just my kids were like, this is the best Christmas ever. And I was like, interesting. And they said, I think like last year, and it wasn't about the gifts, like the gifts, and I'm such a gift giver, and they're like, your gifts were on point. Like you haven't been like that for a few years, mommy, where you knew what we wanted without us asking, and you weren't stressed. And I was like, yeah, even with him there, it was just calm. And they like this, it was just they were like, we felt the love, we felt, and they just it was such a beautiful way to end the year. So yeah.
Congratulations, goddess.
No, thank you.
Congratulations. I'm excited for you for this year where there's none of that hanging over your head.
I agree.
Because last year at this time we were talking about that kind of looming energy, and so now you're free.
Free. The path is wide open.
Yes, yes, you're free. And so moving also through all of that, like, the shedding of like the martyrdom and all of that, like this is a really exciting opening for
Totally.
you.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is Prosperessa.
Yes, it is. It just feels like it. Totally.
Yay. Okay, so let's pull a card, Prosperessa. And so have you figured out how will you are you Prosperessa Marnie? Oh, and I like asking these questions. Okay, here's what's coming to me. Just same way that we're your goddess Marnie here. Shouldn't people maybe in your community be Prosperessa Tina and Prosperessa Stacy and Prosperessa whomever when they're stepping up and stepping into their prosperity energy?
Oh my God, I love it. Yep.
Yes.
Totally.
Yay. Okay. All right, good. All right, so let's pull a card, putting that one back in. Rethinking my choices to put this in a plastic bag instead of like a beautiful velvet bag, but here we are. It is what it is. Okay, and let's see who is coming forward for Prosperessa Marnie. Okay, yay! Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, so we have a reversal, even though this deck does not have technically reversals. I am picking this up as a reversal of energy of Oshun's tears, the grief, the loss, the heartbreak reversed.
Yeah.
I could cry. This is exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, just a freeing of that, like that's done.
Mm-hmm.
That's done. The grief from the relationship and the grief from, all of those things and all of those businesses and all of those things that are complete. That cycle is ended. That cycle is ended. And so I want you to create for yourself um, a cycle ending
Mm.
ceremony,
Yes.
just this is the wrong word, but basically a funeral
Yeah.
for all that was. Yeah, a funeral. And if anyone else needs to do this, if you had a year of big goodbyes, just having a funeral of release of, that's done.
Yeah.
That's done.
I love it. Love it.
Beautiful. Thank you, Prosperessa. Deep bow to you. Goddess Valen. Greetings, Goddess.
Greetings. It's so nice to see you again after such a long time.
It's so nice to see you as well. How is your mom?
My mom is doing wonderful. Thank you so very much for asking.
You're welcome. You're welcome. My mom randomly mentioned her like about a month ago. I can't remember. Maybe she encountered someone else with the same name or something like that. I can't remember.
Mm.
Yes. So I'll tell her that we connected. So how
Um,
what is your let's do first the biggest blessing wrapped in strange wrapping paper, the gift wrapped in strange wrapping paper first. Let's do that one first.
I had a couple of those, but I think the one that stood out is that I kept getting sick throughout the year from like March. I kept getting this eye infection and I just wanted it to clear up like really soon, but it wouldn't. So I had to stay home and all of this. But I think what I realized is that I wasn't, I was focused on the outward, but not really focused on what was happening inside. So it actually gave me a chance to really see what's happening on the inside rather than on what's happening out there.
Yeah.
So, and then I think by the time, well, last month, I really got to have a lot more clarity on certain things that I was working on.
Okay.
So that was
Okay.
one of them. But I'll
Yeah.
move on to my biggest blessing.
Yeah.
Um, I published my second poetry book, and I also launched, well, I had the book launch for both of my books in August.
Yay!
So yeah, this
Wait,
is
let's
my
acknowledge that. That is huge. Yes, 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 yes. That is
yeah.
beautiful, 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 beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
I feel amazing. Like I have come out of my shell so much, like from Tobago,
Mhm.
when I first said I wanted to publish, and then up until now, I feel like a woman, like I've grown.
Oh, wait, I stepped on your words there. I feel like a woman. And then what was the next part of it?
I've grown.
Yeah,
I've
you
grown.
are.
I've grown so much, and the greatest thing about all of it is that people people see me, not just, oh, I want to buy your book, but the message behind the book and what I stand for as an individual. So yeah, it's I'm in a very, very beautiful place right now.
Please say the name of the books and put it
So
when we're finished talking, put it in the chat as well.
yes, I will. So the first one is called I Almost Loved You to Hate. This one is pretty much me and my breakup story, kind of. And then I have Sacred Waters that was born this year. And there are five themes in there, some about the divine feminine, some about me discover self-discovery, and there's one poem that's dedicated to Yemaya. And the cover for it was actually done by Daniel Buru. Yeah.
Ooh, that is beautiful, guys. Oh my
Thank
goodness.
you.
I was going to say when you came on, I had a memory of you and your mom on the Tobago retreat. And I
Hmm.
remember when we went into the waterfall, which was such a beautiful experience. They got us to now the
Yeah.
retreat, the one day that we're planning here for August in 2026. If we could be, I know you have ideas about locations, but if we could find a waterfall, that would be phenomenal. But we went into the waterfall, and I remember that you and your mom had a literal goddess manifestation around. I'm trying to remember if it was your earring or
Yes.
yes. Can you
Yes.
can you remind me what it was that you the goddess took your earring as an offering and
Yes. It was an African comb earring. I
yeah.
gave my mom both to hold on to, and then when I came out and asked, she just couldn't find one side. So, and we looked for it and we just couldn't find it. But yeah, I still have that one side though.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So one of the things that you may want to do as you're working with Yamaya, this is her night in a lot of places, like in
Hmm.
tonight in for example, in a couple of different places in Brazil, people will go to the ocean tonight and bring offerings for her at
Hmm.
midnight as the year turns, in welcoming in, her mothering, nurturing, amniotic fluid energy for blessings for this new year. And so, just I'm looking at, your background with, the ocean. Just think about, go within and you'll know what exactly that you need to do in asking her for support and giving thanks in ending this cycle and this year and all of the ailments that you had in this year and leaving those in this year and moving into the next cycle.
So it's funny you mentioned that because that was the plan.
Mhm.
But I needed company to go, like to drive with me. And around this time, the that part of the island where the closest beach is
Mhm.
usually so many people on August night. So
Mhm.
I'm not sure if we'll still be able to get there. We might be stuck in traffic for a while,
Mhm.
but that was actually my plan to do tonight.
So
If
go
not,
go then
I'll ju
tomorrow. Go
I'll just
go
do it
tomorrow.
tomorrow. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, go tomorrow.
Yeah.
Go
So
tomorrow.
we're in
Beautiful.
alignment.
Yes, we are in alignment. Okay, so let's pull a card. I have two for you. Okay, so ancestral forest completion. We just used the word completion. Ancestral forest completion energy. And of course, father of water.
Oh, interesting.
Balance and harmony. So very interesting. So these two, so number 21 and 31, ancestral force energy of completion. And we were just talking about the mother of water,
Yeah.
and so interesting that the father of water energy came forward for you.
Of course, you can't call up Iemoja and Olo.
Exactly. Yes.
I know.
Bring it, Nia. We're
But
not hearing you. You went mute for a second. We read it. We heard you. We didn't hear you, but we heard you. We heard you. We just didn't hear you. Thank you, Goddess Valen. Deep bow to you, Goddess.
thank you.
Okay, so next up we have, okay, so with hands raised, so Goddess Sheila. Oh, wait, and let me just, Goddess Sheila, as I call you up, so there are two Goddess Sheilas here, two Goddess Deborahs. So Goddess Valen, who just came on, she has a poetry book, and being that Goddess Deborah and Goddess Sheila happen to have podcasts, there might be some synergy there. I'm not telling you what to do with your podcast, but I'm just saying, I'm just saying. Okay, so Goddess Sheila W, come on down.
Hello, everybody.
Greetings, Goddess. Nice to be in your energy.
Yes, yours too. Yours too. Thank you.
So, what was your biggest, your blessing wrapped in strange wrapping paper first?
When I went to the manifestation retreat in January that we had in North Carolina, I had said I was going to start a YouTube channel,
Yes.
of which I did. And
Mhm.
the success that I have had with this thus far and the guests that I have had on there have absolutely been phenomenal. And
Mm.
right now, I'm all the way out to April of 2026 with the guests that I'm having on. So I still have them in waiting. So then I keep going and I'm going to keep going. And I really do appreciate all of everyone's um, love, support, and the motivation and just the confidence in me that maybe I did not see in myself. And I wanted to thank you for that. And
Oh,
Deborah.
beautiful. Yay, beautiful, Goddess. Beautiful. And you're glowing too. Like your skin, like folks who know her, like, isn't she glowing? Like your skin, you look radiant. You look
That because
radiant.
we're camping in that's why you saw my husband walk back and forth because we're in the RV in Florida. But I tell you what, it's cold as a Dickens here. I might as well could have stayed home. But
Oh.
no, I thank you for that. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You are welcome very much. Okay, so that was actually a blessing. So now,
hmm
is there a blessing that is a blessing that you would not necessarily like to experience again?
Yes, I have discovered that if I don't get a vibe with the people that I'm talking to or interviewing, or because I talk to them beforehand, then I don't
Mhm.
put them on because I
Yes,
just get a feeling of like either they're not legitimate or they're kind of whatever, so I don't do it. And
yes.
that's my and it was a hard decision to make. Or if
Mhm.
they're being difficult, like, oh, I want to contact you and you reach out, yeah, I'll do it. And then, I give them some dates or see what dates work for them and they don't come back and then they play games or come back and I don't got time for that. So, because I feel I feel my time is just as valuable as everybody
Yes,
else's. And I'm taking
absolutely.
time out of my day, just like you. I appreciate you taking time out of your day, but respect is mutual. So my
Yeah,
time is just as respectful as yours. And that's the end of that.
beautiful.
Ashe.
Yes. Yes. Ashe to that, Goddess. Ashe. Tell everybody what the name of the podcast is so people could tune in.
The podcast is Essence and You. That's ESSENCEINU, like the letter U, all one word. And yeah, I'm really proud of it. hmm
I am proud of you. I am proud of you. Phenomenal work. And the beauty of you walking in your purpose.
Thank you.
It's just it's evident on you. I remember, this is for folks who were not at that retreat. It was very interesting. Like, seeing Goddess Sheila at the retreat, like I think it was like either on the first or second day, I was like, you need to do something like basically in media. And she was like, I'm trying, I want to, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
So your purpose is written on you. Your purpose is written on you, and it's beautiful to witness.
And thank you. And I have to say, two more things. The young women, the goddesses that are on here that have been on the podcast, to include you, Sana, Goddess Deborah, Goddess Marnie, and I can't see everybody else's names, but I like to thank you from the bottom of my heart because you guys entrusted yourself to me to be on there. And I thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome,
Yes.
Goddess. You're welcome. So let me pull a card.
Okay.
Okay. Pull a card. Okay. Beautiful energy. Oshun rising.
Woohoo.
Oshun rising energy. Yes, from the Faces of Oshun. And this is the energy of the number is 39 for numerology folks. And it's a message of awakening, enlightenment, and insight. Awakening, enlightenment, and insight.
Okay.
Awakening, enlightenment, and insight. Deep bow to you, Goddess Sheila. And I hope to come actually and hang out on your podcast again next
I'm
summer
gonna,
when Penny
oh,
Goddess comes
believe me,
out.
I'm gonna hit all y'all back up. So
Okay.
be prepared. Be prepared. I think, but truly, I truly, truly, you guys just don't know how humbled I was and how honored I was that you guys actually said yes. And I really, truly appreciate that, honestly.
Thank you. Thank you for making space to talk to all of us, to create a space of not only information, but a space of rising, rising energy. You know, thank you, Goddess, for walking in your purpose.
Thank you.
Deep bow, Goddess Sheila.
Peace out.
And I left out Goddess Sana. Goddess Sana also has a podcast that would probably be Valen might be great on as well, and whomever else. Okay, so Goddess Deborah, Dr. Deborah, Goddess Dr. Deborah.
Hola.
Hola, Goddess.
Hello. How
Hello,
are
hello,
y'all?
hello. How are you, Goddess?
I'm doing good. I'm doing very well today. So I am
Yay.
glad to be here. I'm so glad we had a circle. I miss this circle. I need this circle. It's so great.
Yay.
So great.
Yay. Yay.
So I'm going to start with that crazy packaging.
Yeah.
um, I was able to face fears and kind of deal with some shadows, a lot of shadows, but it came packaged in a breakup of a 14-year relationship. And I really don't want to go through anything like that anymore. And I probably won't because I'm gonna just go ahead, maybe like have a boyfriend or something, but I ain't getting entangled because I got other stuff to do, right? Solo. But I probably will have a boo in another country somewhere, something like that, a couple other countries that I travel. That's what I see for myself. Um, but
Yes, for the
yeah,
international
uh,
boo energy. International boo.
yeah, I totally do. I do. But that was a long relationship. It was a loving, good relationship, and it had to end. And it was pretty devastating for me. But it was a blessing in disguise. My goodness. And I am so thankful. I don't even know that I would ever see myself saying that. I remember when I was at the retreat. You are so funny though, Abiola, because when I was at the retreat, I was just so broken. I was just heartbroken. It was just a lot of stuff coming out there, but I could not see me ever saying that this was a blessing. It was just also new, and I was just like, how am I going to make it? And I remember in the group one day, I was talking, that's after we started the moon circle, and I was talking about the breakup, and you was like, well, all I hear is good sex and money. So I was just like, oh shit, I had to go home and think about like, I got off, I was like, well, damn, we Was that all it was? And then, and I know it wasn't, but I was like probably talking about that the most. And you were like, boom. So you always give, put things into this place where you have to look at reality, right? So I'm just saying today I
And to be
feel,
clear, there's nothing wrong with either good sex or money.
I know.
Like, there we
I
go.
know, yeah. But it really made me think. It made me like look at reality, right? And so I just feel good about the fact that it happened. It had to happen. And it was just for my growth. And I'm so grateful for it. We are still friends. We're going to always be like best friends, honestly, because it
Beautiful.
was an amazing relationship. But I just feel so free
Mm-hmm.
and fearless. And a lot of it came, from that breakup. And yeah, I just couldn't have imagined it like here today. So I'm thankful for that. And then
I want to
my
just
big,
acknowledge before you go to the next part, just
yes,
that
okay.
this was a huge year for you.
Yeah,
You
yeah, for sure.
experienced a lot in this year. So I want you to just acknowledge that part too and just be gentle with yourself. This was a big, 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 big year for you.
Yeah,
Energetically, emotionally, physically, spiritually, everything across the board.
that is so true. I just want you to, yes, you are absolutely right. It was, and it really started on the mountaintop at the retreat when I came to retreat. Honestly, it did. But it's just been a lot of blessings and I'm grateful for that. So thank you. I do honor myself and I'm really proud of myself actually.
I'm
Um,
proud of you too. I'm proud of you too. Okay, so what's the blessing blessing?
All right, so the blessing,
What's the blessing
blessing,
blessing?
like it ain't just one, but I gotta put the top three and I'm gonna be quick with them because they all like right here. So I got to spend 3 months. My mom lived with me for like 3.5 months, and that was a blessing to me because she has Alzheimer's and it was uninterrupted. It was just me and her. And, you know, she's not, her days are, they're coming closer to her making a transition. And I understand that, but I got to experience walking my mom home. And because there was some issues between me and my sister, I just never thought that I was going to be able to do that. She's in control, she's the power of attorney and all of that. And so I just didn't think I was going to be able to do that, but I did. And I'm just saying that was just a blessing for me and a huge one. The other one in neck and neck with that is really being able to work with you and being able to come to the retreat and be in this moon circle. Like, I just didn't ever think that no, I knew I would. I just didn't know how it was going to show up, how it would ever happen. I just know that I always desired it once I started um, coming in contact with your content and you, but I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do it because I just wasn't in the space. So that's just been a blessing, equally as being with my mom. That's right up there with spending, time with my mommy. So knowing you and being in this circle of women, that has really, really helped me. Like the energy from the circle of women that are here, these goddesses, no matter what, I feel the energy from here. And then we've made connections and we are with each other outside of this group and their lifelong connections. And it's just been so good for me. My heart is so full from this, honestly. So deep bow to you and to every sister that's here and not here today, maybe because they couldn't get here for whatever reason, but they are still so much in my heart. And I love everyone. It doesn't matter if we disagree or agree, it's still that we are connected. And
Yes.
that means so very much to me. So I love you for that. And the third one is I had an Aboga experience. I sat with the plant medicine of Aboga, and that I was journeyed to meet my soul. And I met my soul. And that reminds me, my soul reminds me every time I'm not gentle with me, she reminds me that you promised not to. she taught me how valuable I am. And so that has opened me up for um, following my path of plant medicine. I just didn't know, but that way has been open for me. And so I'm kind of like in learning and training. And even though my guides have given me, like, I don't know if the wisdom of sitting and kind of sitting with the medicines before I start to serve them. So sitting with them and sitting in training, so to speak, I guess, if you want to say that. But I've been connected with great medicine women, and they've gotten the approval of my guides, and so I'm just thankful that I'm on the path that is for me, that's chosen for me. Like, I'm leaning into my authentic self. And I did not even think that it would be plant medicine. I didn't, or like the Akashic records, just like getting into that, my intentions of doing that. So it's just been great. And I am very excited about um the new year, leading into what's to come. I really am excited about that. So, yeah, thank you for letting me share. And even though I just wanted to say that my mom took a fall on Christmas Day and she fractured her femur. So she is going through it right now. She is in the hospital. It happened on my dime. And I was just like, oh my God, this is horrible. But my mother is strong. She's going to get through. She's going to go to rehab. And yeah, I am not blaming myself today. And thank you so much, Abiola, for just encouraging me and praying for me and just saying all of those nice things to me. Thank you. It was true stuff.
You're welcome. Yes, I wanted to just make sure, yes, that everything that I wrote to you in that email, thank you for sharing with me what was going on with your mom. Every single thing that I said to you in that email, I mean it wholeheartedly.
I believe you. I do. I felt every bit of it and I needed to hear it at that time. And thank you, Goddess Sheila, because she gives me podcast guests and they are great. We share guests, we swap guests, and yes, I got guests lined up. I'm like trying to get my own content in there because I don't want to do it as much as Goddess Sheila does. She does it every week. I'm just not about to do that. I want to, eventually start to bring my own content forward. But thank you so much. I love you so
Love
for
you.
that.
Love you,
Thank
Goddess Sheila.
you,
Okay,
God.
so let me pull a card for you, Goddess Dr. Deborah. And it's beautiful to witness just with your Iboga journey, moving from, just the acknowledgement of, okay, my ancestors are showing up for me. And, to you're doing ancestral work now and holding space with using, the work and the processes and the medicine of the ancestors. That's powerful.
Yes, yes. Who would have thought?
Right. Okay. The griot, blissed.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm totally happy. You can see me sitting on a banjo. I ain't kidding. No matter what's going on, I'm strumming my banjo. That's great. I feel all of that bliss. I'm not kidding. I do.
Deep bow to you, Goddess Dr. Deborah.
Thank you, sister. I love you.
Thank you. And it's funny as I'm talking to several of you whose names are also in Honey Goddess, that it's going to be funny and fun when you see who your characters are, how your names have been assigned when the book comes out. And I'm not a good like secret keeper, so I'm like wanting to like blurt it out like, oh yeah, but I'm holding it. I'm holding it. I'm holding it. Okay. Goddess Tiffany Soulbird, who is also in Honey Goddess. Your name is.
Mommy, sit down.
Hello, is it all right if I go last? I have to do something right quick.
That's okay. Absolutely. Goddess Magical Unicorn, Goddess Helen.
Hi.
Hello, Goddess. Wait,
Um,
where are you? There you are.
hey.
Okay, there you are. Hello, Goddess Helen.
Hi.
Okay, so what is your gift in strange wrapping paper first? Let's begin with that.
There are two. The first one that came up was I got the push to get the kids in a homeschool co op. And so I went looking at homeschool co ops and we found this one. And like all it did was show that we were way behind. And like the experience of trying to get into that place was
Mhm.
crap. Like it was real bad. But I met this family and they have a little girl. And my daughter, who hasn't had a buddy really ever, has a new bestie she sees every week. So, like, it's lovely.
Yes,
And we have
yes,
a co op that's our family and we're fine, right?
yes,
Everything's fine.
yes. And what from what
Yeah.
you told me about it, like this just sounds like the perfect match, really.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
And
yes.
like 7 minutes down the road, we didn't even know. And I'm late all the time. So even if I'm late, it's like right there. It's fine. Yeah. And then the other that came to me while people were talking was the sister, Amy. Her fiance died suddenly. And it was like a fairly new, the way it all happened was all fast. Like he came back into her life and then wanted to marry her, wanted to be a soft place for her to land, this just beautiful thing. And then he was gone. But my sister was home for Christmas for the first time in 15 years. Like she's never Christmas with my children. And she was with us Christmas Eve with my mom, you know? And the beauty in that whole thing is she's never been loved just for who she is. And that man loved every bit of her. And she's never had anybody accept the way that she pours love out.
Yeah.
And she talked junk to him. Diabetes is what killed him. She kept trying to save him, and she's harsh. And he would say, "Oh, I love the way you love me." You know? So there's this like, I can see that there's this amazing just blessing, like just from the whole thing. Anyway, that's the wrapped in mess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, again, as I told you before, definitely please convey my condolences to your sister.
I
Um,
will.
I'm glad that you were able to be together as a family, and that you got to spend holidays with your kids. That's huge.
Yeah.
Huge. Yeah, that's a big, big thing. And I'm
Hmm.
excited about your community that you're going to be birthing in
Hmm.
2026. So
Yes.
yeah, so that is an exciting thing. That's an exciting thing. And so here's an off-topic question. I know you were looking at between different words for your
Yeah.
word going forward. Did you land on one or several for your word for 2026?
Embody feels really real.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, somebody said something just now. You, ancestor work, ancestors, and everything in me said inner child work.
Mhm.
Also ancestors, but through that inside you healing, that like clearing up. Anyway,
Mhm.
I think that's a part of the everything, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does make sense. It does make
Hmm.
sense. And it feels like you've already started, honestly, on that path. Like a
Mm.
little bit like in opening the door and the awareness of it. And, so
Oh yeah.
yeah, so just leaning more into it,
Hmm. Hmm.
leaning more purposefully into it. Okay, so let's see who is coming forward for you, Goddess Helen. Okay, so upside down, which feels to me like the energy of emphasis, within which is intended Oshun of perpetual beauty, inner beauty. You just talked about inner child. So, inner
Mm.
beauty, self love, and transformation, which is everything that you've been talking about, really.
Hmm.
Everything that you've been talking about. Very
Hmm.
interestingly, like just, yeah, inside and outward, everything. Yeah, everything that
Hmm.
you've been talking about, Oshun of perpetual beauty.
Hmm.
And so I want to also just invite you on a personal level in some of the things that you said privately about, beauty and what it means to you, just to look into that when it comes to the energy of inner beauty and self-love and showing up for you.
Mm,
Got it?
beautiful.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Deep bow, goddess.
Mm.
Happy New Year. Happy Old Year's Night.
Happy Old Year's Night.
Okay, so I'm seeing goddess. So I'm going to talk to goddess in order. Goddess Deb J, Goddess Pamela, Goddess Gabrielle, Goddess Keisha, and then Goddess Tiffany Solbert. And then, so in the interest of time, we're gonna just do just your shares and pull a card and move to the next person. And then because we are having circle next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that we could delve deeper there. Okay. But I want to get to everyone whose hand is raised. Okay, so Goddess Deb J.
Hello.
Hello. How are you, Goddess?
You always getting better.
Always getting better is a great place to be. Everyone type that in the comments. Always getting better. Let's affirm that. Always getting better. Yes. Okay, so Goddess Deb J, what was your gift in 2025 wrapped in strange wrapping paper?
It was a $10,000 tax bill.
Mm, that is absolutely a
Um,
gift wrapped in strange wrapping paper.
yeah, we had moved some money from one of our investments so that we could use it for some things. And I thought that I had paid the tax bill ahead of time.
Mm.
And when we got the bill, I looked back and I found out for whatever reason, they didn't have the right account number.
Mm.
So it wasn't paid.
Mm.
So that was a, pull it out your yaya moment.
Mhm.
But what
Yeah.
I learned from that is I am much better now at keeping track of my
Mhm.
spending and my money and where it goes.
Okay, so that was a blessing in getting that from it. Yes,
Yes, that
yes.
was a big wake up.
Okay, and so your what's your method of keeping track?
I get text messages from my bank accounts every
Mhm.
day telling me what the balances are.
Mhm.
And I go to my PayPal account
Mhm.
and check to make sure that there are no unknown charges on there.
Yes.
I
Okay.
do that every day now.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. And that's good spiritual financial hygiene to keep track of our finances on a daily basis. So that is a blessing. That is a blessing. Okay. And then what is the blessing? The woohoo blessing.
My ability to shift in my belief system.
Mm.
Yes, I am a Christian, but I am now embracing ancestral worship and hoodoo,
Mm. Yes.
and they both feel very right to me. And I
Mhm.
feel like I'm getting
Yes.
acknowledgement and confirmation from some of my ancestors. For example, I was lamenting one day that I could not find anything to represent my grandmother, my father's mother,
Mhm.
on my ancestral altar. And so I was cleaning up around the house and I came across a bag, a little cloth bag. I'm like, what is this? Opened it up. There was a cuff bracelet that had my grandmother's name on it. It had her birth date on the left side, her transition date on the right, and it was something that my father had given me that I had forgotten all about.
Mm.
So
Oh.
it is on my altar now.
Oh, that is absolutely beautiful. That is so beautiful. Our ancestors are always there. They're there. They're right there. And they want to be acknowledged. They want to be heralded. They want to be celebrated. And they're right there. And so that's beautiful that she was like, hello, hello, you have this. Here it is. And what a profound message also that it was literally you had it all along. Right? That your dad had given it to you. Like, how many blessings do we already have that we're just not even aware of? That we're not aware of.
Yeah. And I lost my grandmother in 2000 to Alzheimer's. I lost my dad in 2019 to Alzheimer's, and I lost my mom to Alzheimer's last year.
Wow. Mm. I think that there are, in having lost so many people to Alzheimer's, I know we've talked about different parts of your own personal gift and purpose being activated in different ways and you stepping into your visibility. I would bet that there are some really deep lessons that you have to teach and share for people who are experiencing having a family dealing with Alzheimer's or other forms of dementia.
I've been doing that for the past few years.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes
It's
sense.
something I'm very passionate about.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Because it's a having seen friends go through it, it's a very specific kind of wound where you are grieving the loss of someone while they are still
Mhm.
present physically in your life. And so it is heavy, heavy stuff that you are dealing with. And Goddess Dr. Deborah, you may want to connect with Dr. Deb, with Goddess Deb um, around this. So, there may be some synergy or some conversation to be had there. So thank you, Goddess, for your work and for all that you do. And I also just want to acknowledge and just say thank you for a few months ago when I had to run to pick Ruby up early and you held the circle in such a gracious and powerful way that when I spoke to some people afterward, they didn't even realize that I had an emergency. They're like, oh, I thought that you brought in a guest person to to host the circle. And so that's a testament to your beauty and your strength and your capacity for holding space. So thank you, Goddess. Okay, so let me pull a card for you. Okay. Okay, so the energy of surrender. Goddess Iset, the energy of surrender. Okay. Okay. Deep bow to you, Goddess Deb. Thank you. Okay, Goddess Pamela, I think you were next.
Hi, Goddess Abiola.
Greetings, Goddess. Okay, so we're going to finally get to chat next week.
Okay, wonderful.
Yay. Okay, so how are you, Goddess? What was your biggest gift wrapped in strange wrapping paper?
Yeah, so the first thing that came to my mind, which I kind of stuck with, is my laptop died. Like, when was that? Probably like November, September, November. And it was going to cost as much as to repair it as to buy a brand new one, so a Mac Air. But I'd
Yeah.
spilt water. I spilt a smoothie on it one time, and then spilt water on it another time. So it literally died. And a close friend lent me their old one. So and I've still got it now, so I'm still using it now. So the blessing in disguise is that I have really good friends that really help me out when I need it.
Yes. And the blessing also of just you accepting help.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
accepting help and support.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. And then what is the blessing? The woohoo blessing.
Blessing is being in that visibility program your program that we did. When was that? October, September? I can't remember when it
Yeah.
was now. for being there. I really feel like I've just grown a lot. I feel like I've rebirthed. I feel like I'm a new person. I feel so confident in myself, so grounded. Like, I don't give a shit whether people like me or not. I'm like, I don't care. You don't like me, fine. Well, my mom
Yes.
used to say, like, galang, galang is
Yes.
like, yeah, galang,
Yes.
galang. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, so that's what I've kind of I feel that, and then just being in this community, so it's just been beautiful. So thank you.
Oh, that is beautiful. That makes me so excited to hear. Yes, we've turned a proper British goddess into a like, who cares what you think goddess, which is awesome. Beautiful goddess. I'm excited to see everything unfold for you in 2026. All of the beautiful gems that you have planted. Looking forward to seeing them all blossom. Okay, so let's pick a card for you. Also, Ocean of Perpetual Beauty, same as Goddess Helen. The energy of inner beauty, self-love, and transformation. Exactly what you were talking about. Exactly what you were talking about. Beautiful. Yay. Deep bow to you, Goddess Pamela.
Thank you.
Looking forward to connecting with you one-on-one next week. Okay, Goddess Gabrielle, I think that you were up next.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't been around for a while, but it's been crazy few months. So the first thing, the gift wrapped up, um, I've just come to realize it's just been reinforced more how much I'm not appreciated at one of my jobs. I'm a physician and I work two jobs. At one of them, which is a substance abuse clinic, uh, every Christmas they give the employees a gift card. And I was attached to the email for that, but because I'm a contractor, I don't get it. So of course, that's not the first time this has happened. I had a conversation because this is my fourth year. This month made my fourth year. I had a conversation with the CEO back then when I first found out about it because I'm like, okay, I'm a contractor, but I still work here. I mean, I honestly, I only signed on to do a couple of hours a week. I work much more than that. I do more, way more than because I'm the medical director, but I do a lot more than the previous medical director. I do a lot of other things that I don't have to do for them, but I
Yes.
do it anyway. So I feel unappreciated. Again, like I said, that email came this year. I had spoken to our CEO about it, chief medical officer, who's also a Black woman. And she totally understands. She gets it. She spoke to them before. Of course, they're not going to do anything. So it's kind of just reinforced to me that I need to make some moves
Yeah.
and stop staying where I don't feel appreciated. I kind of only stay because I have a good relationship with my mid-level practitioners, my nurse practitioners, and my PA. I have really good relationships with them and some of the counselors. But again, don't it's telling me don't stay where you're not appreciated.
That's a huge lesson. That
Mhm.
is a huge lesson. And I want to let you know that even though that they don't appreciate you, I want to give you the energy of appreciation.
Thank
I want to
you.
give you the energy of appreciation. Can everybody just unmute yourselves and let's just give Goddess Gabrielle
Yes,
her
Dr.
a round of
Gabrielle,
Thank
we
applause.
you.
love
And
Appreciate
thank you,
you.
Dr.
you.
Deborah. Thank
Down.
you.
Love you, sister.
Our
Thank
love.
I
you.
mean,
That's all you.
you.
You're
Yeah.
perfect.
Girl.
All you wanted
God
was a
bless
gift
you.
card.
Come
Thank
on, we
you.
see you. We see you.
Love
See
you
you, girl.
guys.
We
Thank you.
love you and we
You got it.
appreciate
You
you.
got it.
We see
Thank
you and we
you.
see all that you do. We see all that you do, and that's bigger than they couldn't create a gift card big enough for you. That's all that
Thank
is.
you.
They couldn't create a gift card big enough to celebrate all of the blessings that you are and all that you bring.
Thank you. I
It doesn't
appreciate that.
exist. They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. And thank you to them for the lesson of go where you are appreciated. Everybody
Mhm.
type that in the comments. Go where you are appreciated. Somebody may need to see that specific areas of their lives. And so for you, Goddess Gabrielle, what is then the blessing? What's the blessing?
Okay. So it's been a crazy few months because like some of the other goddesses on here, I'm a published co-author. I'm also a published poet. I do the majority of the marketing for our co-author brand. I do videos, I do posts for social media and all that. So I like, I like doing it a lot. So I decided I wanted to go back to school. So I enrolled in BMCC for for a degree in animation and motion graphics. I started in the summer.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I took 2 classes in the summer, enjoyed, got my 2 A's. I was happy. I was like, okay, because it's been a minute since I've been back to get another degree.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what possessed me this semester. I took 4 classes, but they were all major classes. I wanted to, and it's been crazy between my 2 jobs and 4 very labor intensive classes. It's been a lot. And I don't sleep well to begin with, but I found myself getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning when when I'm working from home those days and don't have to try and get up early, doing homework, but despite professors who were very late with getting grades in, which we're all supposed to be in last Friday. 2 of them were up here still marking assignments Monday, 4 A's. I'm happy.
A's, 4 A's, yay!
So I'm very happy about it. It was very nerve-wracking, and not just for me, for a lot of my classmates, because we communicate, via social media. And it was nerve-wracking for a lot of us just waiting for those grades to go in. Apparently a lot of CUNY students were not happy this semester.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot going on with CUNY online, people are
Yeah.
talking about. So let me ask you a question. So because I don't remember how it works, for this coming semester, have you already picked, I assume you've already
Registered?
your workload, you've already registered?
Oh yeah, I'm
Okay.
only taking 2 classes.
Okay,
One
that
of
was
them
my
is
question.
an
I wanted to know,
internship.
downgrade, or take less credits or a little bit
Yeah.
less this
Oh yeah,
semester.
because I've got
Okay.
a lot of the majors out of, I only had to take major classes, but I wanted to get those 4 major classes out of the way, and the rest I can kind of just
Okay.
coast along at this point. And yeah.
Okay. Okay. This is very exciting. Congratulations,
Mhm.
goddess.
And
Congratulations. Yeah.
I'm also in a group with a bunch of screenwriters and other authors. So I've been in that group for a while. So there are 2 books that I had started working on. So I'm going to keep picking that up and work on some screenwriting too.
Okay. I want you, when you and I are finished chatting, to please put the name of your
Oh,
your books in the chat so that we can see them and have them as well. So let me pull a card for you. Oshun, manifesting birth, manifestation, intention, and abundance.
yes. One of
So,
my favorite
yes,
cards.
yes, Oshun, manifesting birth. So that's bigger than the energy of, some measly old, gift card. Thank you for the gift card, but thank you. Next, Oshun, manifesting birth. One of my
I've
favorite
got my
cards as
deck
well.
so I can
Yay,
read up on it.
okay.
Thank you.
Beautiful. You're welcome. So I want you to take this card out.
Okay.
Okay. Take this card out. Not now, but take this card out later
Mhm.
and put her on your altar. And then I know you have a lot going on, but I'm going to give you a mini journaling assignment.
Okay.
Okay. I want you to journal. I want you to journal on manifestation,
Mhm.
intention, and abundance. 3 separate journal assignments. Okay.
Perfect.
For the
Perfect.
first, second, and third of the year, or for tonight up to the second, depending on when you start it. Manifestation, intention, and abundance. Sorry, manifestation, intention, and abundance.
And that's perfect because I was going to do my New Year's reading for the year anyway.
Yes.
So this can add to it. This is perfect.
Okay,
Thank you.
beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Goddess. Deep bow
Thank
to
you.
you. Okay, so Goddess Keisha.
Hey, goddesses.
Hello,
Hello.
Goddess Keisha.
Can you hear me okay? Because I'm wearing a headset. Just
I
checking.
can hear you perfectly. Oh, there you are. There's your face. Yay. Hello, Goddess.
Hello.
I'm giving you a
Happy
big
New
hug.
Year's.
How are
Oh, I feel
you?
it. Lots of love to you. And yeah, great to be here and yeah, be in the circle. Like I hadn't been able to make many moon circles this year as my Wednesdays were a bit um tricky, but so happy to be here today. So nice to see
I'm
you as well,
happy to
Abby.
see you. I'm happy to see you. I feel like was the last
Hmm.
time that we were in person together in France, the France retreat.
Yes,
Yeah,
Goddess of Paris
yeah,
retreat.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yes, yes. So deep, deep hugs to you. So okay, so what was the biggest gift wrapped in strange wrapping paper?
Okay, so what came to me first was, but something's just coming to mind that I should share with you is that the Goddess of Paris retreat, I I took some photos of a poem that I wrote about the retreat and I
Yeah.
came across them a couple of weeks ago. And it's really powerful and beautiful about that. So I'll share it with you. So I literally did some clearing out and found these photos. So I'll share them.
The poem that you wrote, that you read, the one that you read at the retreat.
No, I
Because there
wrote a
were a couple
poem.
of them. There was before, and there was after the retreat. So which one? They were all beautiful.
So after I wrote a poem about the experience in retreat, about the
Yes.
goddesses with some photography behind it, and I printed it out and I have it as a
Yes,
published.
I remember now. Yes, you did your beautiful photos and you put the text on it and
Yes, yes.
beautiful. So you just came across those recently?
Yeah, and I was reading it and it reminded me about the retreat and the experience and it was perfect timing and just hearing just the magical essence that we all had and the connectivity. So yeah, if you have it already, that's great. I just thought I have to share it with you.
No, that is beautiful. I'm glad that you reminded me. I'm going to pull it up and look at it too, because obviously I haven't looked at it in a few years either. And I would love you to, if you can, next Wednesday, if you happen to be free at the same time next Wednesday, will you come and bring the poem and read it to the circle?
Yes, of course. Most
Yes.
definitely. I'll be
Okay.
happy to.
Okay, okay, good. So that is a blessing. Now, what is the room for growth? Wouldn't prefer it not to happen again, sort of blessing. Gift wrapped in
Oh,
strange wrapping paper. If there is one, you don't have to drum one up if there isn't one, but if there is one.
okay, so actually my blessing was great health and
Mhm.
setting up my new Instagram and recording a spoken word EP that I'm going to launch next year. So that's my blessing
Oh,
of
wait,
that
a spoken word what that you're going to launch next year?
EP, like recorded
Yes, yes,
poems.
yes, yes. Beautiful. Will you be singing on that as well?
There's some melody, there's some singing, but I'm
Mhm.
doing working on another project where it's going to be just music, just singing. So I'm launching the poetry first and then singing.
Very cool. Congratulations. Will you put your when we finish chatting, just put in the chat your Instagram, the new Instagram as well so that everyone can check that out. I would love to hear it.
Yeah,
You are
definitely. And
multi-talented.
thank you. I will. And I've been posting the obscurity. That's kind of been part of my visibility this year to just start
Mhm.
posting.
Mhm.
So I haven't got many followers on there. So yeah, next year and January I'm going to start publishing
We'll
it.
all
So
come and follow you there. And so is your name still, I know that you had a number of different iterations of your name. Are you still going by Beautiful Keisha?
Keisha Diamond, Queen Keisha
Keisha
Diamond,
Diamonds. Keisha Diamonds, queen of, say it,
Queen Keisha Diamond.
Queen Keisha Diamond. Yes, for Queen Keisha Diamond. Beautiful Queen Keisha Diamond. Okay, so let me pull a card for you, goddess. Okay, Oshun of harmonic balance to our singing spoken word goddess, of course, harmony, inner peace, and synchronicity. You can't make this
Beautiful.
up. Oshun
Oh,
of harmonic balance. Beautiful goddess. Beautiful goddess. So next Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which I think is 9 o'clock where you are, right? Maybe 9 p.m.
seven. It's seven.
Of 7.
7 p.m.
Okay. If you can, come on back and let's hear that beautiful poem, okay? Deep bow, goddess. And then last but most certainly not least, Goddess Tiffany Soulbird. Can you please let us know what your gift wrapped in strange wrapping paper was, and what is your the highs of your 2025?
Um, this has been significant for me because this is the year I came back to the US after living in Ghana for 12 years. So I've been staying with my sister. December in particular has been very gift wrapping, strange wrapping paper. My employer, I've been going back and forth with them about my paycheck, and they ended up delaying it, so I didn't have a paycheck for Christmas, which was really hard. And then also, I've been at odds with my sister. I think like the just the pressure of the season like just made her snap, and she's kind of, I won't get into details, but like she's been scapegoating me for a lot of things, and she still has some things that she hasn't healed yet, and she's not acknowledging, and I've kind of been the target for that. And not only that, like 8 days before Christmas, one of my good friends in Ghana passed away, and which was really hard. So it's like all of this compounding, like this month, and it's cold, and I'm not used to the cold. So but my friend was an amazing person, and like I'm just looking back at his life, and I'm like so inspired. He was a poet. He was very well loved, and he was somebody, when I came to Ghana, he didn't ask me to bring him like an iPhone or anything. He asked me to bring him a meditation book. Like that's the kind of person he was. And I'm inspired by his life. And at the same time, I pulled an African Goddess Rising card last night, and it was Goddess Ayla or Allah, the Igbo goddess. It was the goddess of grief. And so I'm grieving him, and also like my relationship with my family. I've always been the person like people dump their emotions on. And but I'm proud of myself because I haven't like gone scrambling to like explain and like make things right. Like I've shown like a lot of courage under fire, like a lot of grace under fire. I also pulled the strength card from the tarot, and I'm proud of myself, and that's been the gift in strange wrapping paper for me. It's like it's been compounding like a lot of things one after the other this year. And so December has been like kind of like the ultimate hard thing for me. But I am proud of myself by the way I'm handling it. And I know that I'll get through it. Yeah.
Yes, I'm proud of you. And this was for you a gateway year in many different ways. You
Yes.
know, I'm very proud of you, and I'm sorry for the loss of your friend, Goddess.
Thank you.
Maybe if you feel up to it next week, maybe if you have any of his poetry and you would like to read, since Goddess Keisha is going to come and read some poetry, if you have any of his poems and you want to share with us, that would be lovely to hear. And so what
Okay,
was your
thank you.
blessing?
My biggest blessing, being a part of the circle was a huge blessing. Being able to be a part of Honey Goddess was a huge blessing. I This year, like my creative life really blossomed. Because when I was in Ghana, I was like really unsure of what my future would be. I just had this vague idea, like I wanted to be creative, but I didn't really know like how that would manifest. But this year it became more apparent because I had discovered that I could like use ChatGPT to develop ideas. And so like I have so many like works in progress now, like so many more
Yay
than
for
I
works
could have.
in progress.
Yeah, there's so many things that I'm passionate about, and being a part of your book really inspired me because I have a story that's like kind of along the same lines, but and it's like I seeing you go through your process has really empowered me too. So I'm just so excited. And also I submitted my first short film script
Yeah.
for a grant competition, and just knowing that there's people who have my work, to read is like really exciting for me. So I know 2026 will be really big for me because I have so much to share, and I'm looking forward to that.
Yay. Oh, that's beautiful, Goddess. That's beautiful. Well, let's send a spark of love to the people that right now are looking at your work. May they be inspired and feel the connection and the love from your heart and the way that you poured your soul onto the theoretical page to
Yes,
give them this work, to
yes,
give them
Ashe. Yes.
Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Beautiful, Goddess. Okay, so let me pull a card for you. And as I said, it's going to be fun for you to see your name in Honey Goddess. You are in
I'm
the
looking
book.
forward to that.
Okay, so let me pull a card for you. Okay, the Goddess Circle.
Oh, wonderful.
Wheel of Change. Card number 10 for tarot people corresponds. And it makes sense with everything that you were saying, the energy of the Goddess Circle and the
Yeah.
energy of the Wheel of Change. So beautiful. Okay, so as we close the circle, everyone, if you could unmute yourselves, if you have a candle, wait and put it out after our chat. But if you can, just now unmute yourself. And as we close, just call out what it is that you are calling forward, what's calling you forward this year. Okay. Yes, blessings, love, just call it out. Money,
Love
Joy,
is
Abundance,
abundance,
love,
joy,
Guardians,
Guardians,
Success,
abundance,
relationships,
success,
love,
inspiration,
passion,
adoration,
stability,
happiness,
recognition,
joy,
peace,
abundance,
voice,
joy,
development,
prosperity,
peace,
project,
spirit,
community,
human community.
Caring, great
yes,
friendship.
yes,
Ashe,
Ashe,
Ashe.
Ashe.
yay,
family.
yes,
truth, more
Ashe,
business, love,
Ashe,
ashe, ashe.
Ashe, Ashe,
an
Ashe.
abundance of love,
yes,
prosperity, blessings.
yes,
Ashe.
yes,
Blessings to
yes,
all.
yes.
Blessings.
Blessings. So, in
Blessings.
full acknowledgement of all of these blessings, and in the energy of the wolf moon and this beautiful new year that is coming our way, we, your daughters, the daughters of the Manifest Your Magic Moon Circle, open our arms, open our soul, open our hearts to all of the blessings that are coming our way, and give deep gratitude to all of the blessings that we already have and have experienced. We are open, we are ready, and it is our time.
Yes.
It is our
Yes.
time.
Yes.
Yes.
It
Yes. Ashe.
Ashe.
Ashe,
Ashe.
Ashe,
Ashe. Oh,
Ashe.
and so it
Ashe.
is.
This is my
So
time.
it
Hey,
is.
is
Ashe.
God. Happy New
Love
Year, goddess.
y'all.
Happy New
So
Year.
Happy
love
New
you all.
Year.
Happy New
See
Year,
you all
Bless
goddesses.
all.
Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Happy New Year, goddesses.
See you
Happy New
next
Happy New
Year.
year.
Year. And Happy New Year to Goddess Ruby.
Till
Yay!
next
Yes,
time.
Ruby.
Happy New Year,
And your
Goddess
mommy.
Ruby.
Thank you,
Bye.
goddess.